This is the N20, N26 Burger Tuning Stage 1 for it's a F10 2013 BMW 528. It's the 4-cylinder turbo, and this gives 45 horsepower and 60 torque, and it turns out being 35 at the wheels and 50 torque. And it's pretty simple. It just has multicolored wires right here. You just unplug one connection and put one of these on each end to make it go through, and then there's a brown and black set of wires right here. Same thing, there's just two connectors under here. I see one right here, and those get I think the colored wires go into this bottom one, and then the top one gets the brown wires. Yeah, the brown wires go into that one. So I'm gonna hook it up and then I'll just show you. Basically all you need is a few zip ties to hide the wires, and you put the unit under here so it stays out of the weather. And I got like a really small screwdriver to poke at these clips, because you don't want to break them, but you do need them to be moving around, and the ones that are on there are a little bit of a pain in the butt. I've had this on and off before. I took it off so it could go in for service, and this is the wife's car, so she doesn't really need the JB4 attachment to make it more user, I guess, friendly. I don't know, more options. She don't need the options. She just wants to hit the gas and go. I got the JB4 on this one, and that's fun, but that's another time. All right, so I'm gonna hook this up and then I'll put the video back on and show you what it looks like hooked up. That's it. I just wanted to come back in and make like a little note here for you. These little connectors that are on here, the stock ones, when you go to take them off, of course the wire's in play. There's this little bump right there. I'm trying to angle the light so it's not like killing it. But that stupid bump right there on that female side, these clips have a little push down lever on it. You're supposed to push back there. It doesn't really work great on the factory one. Like, you want to come in where my finger is right here, from behind it, pointing down that way, with like a little skinny screwdriver like this or something. If you can get it to lift up, see how it popped down? Because the stock clips are a pain in the butt. The ones on the Tune work good, and I can pull it out. But the factory ones are a pain in the butt. Every time I go to do it, it's a pain in the butt. So get you a little skinny screwdriver and do it, and it'll work for also the one from down here. So you got to come from the bottom of the engine. Your screwdriver will be pointing at the floor of the handle, and the top of it will be pointing at the ceiling, and just push up, and that sucker will come out. Like pry it a little bit to the side, get it a little, and that'll work. All right, almost done. All right, so far we got our wires. Those ones right there, the both colored sets of them, are going to that bottom connector in there. Wait for it to focus, if it will. Well, the thing says 3.5 on it. And then the top ones that are like black and brown on the Tune go into this top one right here. Another one goes right there. And then I just got it sitting here like this right now. I'm about to stick it in under this compartment by removing this trim. And there's a nice little rubber spot right in here. You can go in. Hang on a second. You see in here, I feed it between here and then it'll all seal back up afterwards. And I should have said this first thing in the video is pop the trunk and do the battery. When you first start it, you don't want the battery hooked up. So I just took the negative off because the positive looks crazy. So that should do it. That's how I've did it before, and everything worked fine. I didn't have any check engine lights or anything crazy. So, all right, I'll show you in 1 second what it looks like hidden. All right, everything's in there. Brown wires on the top and all the multicolored ones on the bottom area, which would be both of those. That top one right here and that one are the same, and that one are off of the same like tie-in. And then the wire goes into there through this little rubber factory grommet deal. Tucked everything back down in there, and it stays under this tray. And there's a bar. If I can see it, let's see if the phone works. That big bar is on. That's what it's zip tied to. You can't really see it in there, but it's under that box right there to the bar that's going that way. So that's the stage 1 N20 and N26 juice box, and it definitely makes a big difference. The car, you know, won't really peel out real bad or anything crazy without it, but once you put it in, if you mash the gas, it's peeling out of control, and you can get sideways and get all crazy with it the way you should be. So if you want to make the car a little more fun, check it out. It's only like, I think it was like $380, $379 or something for it. And I haven't got her anything else like the intake filter or anything. She doesn't seem too interested, but oh well, that's enough for now. Makes it fun if I gotta drive it. See ya.